10 truths to New York City, to moving to New York City. And yes, of course, I am a transplant. These are items that I wish I knew before I moved here. Number one, it is the loneliest city. This is a city that you will find yourself at your lowest many times. I've cried on the subway. I've cried in the middle of the street. I've cried out in public so many times. This city will test you. It will make or break you, and you will question everything here. I have had so many moments where I felt very lost, very scared, and not knowing if I could actually make it here. And a caveat to this point, it is very, very hard to make friends in New York City. And before anybody wants to rebut that, this is speaking to people who come to New York City not knowing anyone. Because of course, you can go find community groups and you can go put yourself out there, which I absolutely did. But there came a time where I was hitting the same scenario, and it wasn't a good one. A lot of people have their own groups and a lot of people have their own ecosystems. Unfortunately, a lot of people here don't want to welcome other people. I'm not speaking for everybody, but I'm speaking for a vast majority. And even though it's hard to make friends here, it is not impossible. I now have really great friends here and I'm really thankful for that. But it took me going out of my way for literal years, not year one, not year two, literally 3 years to make friends that I can actually count on. That's another thing. A lot of people use the word friend way too loosely. We gotta stop doing that. A friend is someone who you can actually call upon to help you with things, to actually tell them about your life and vice versa. I'm not talking about casual friends. Yes, we need those, but you really need to put in a lot of work and a lot of time to actually fostering a true community in New York City. Number two, you can live in New York City without spending your entire life savings. This is probably the biggest topic when it comes to New York City, is how expensive it is. It is, of course, very expensive. It is the most expensive city in the world in terms of cost of living. However, there are so many ways you can make it here and thrive without breaking the bank. Sublets are an amazing way to save money because you are not paying broker fees. You are not paying a lot of the typical move-in costs that you would if you were signing a full-on new lease. Living with roommates, of course, saves you a ton of money. The average cost for a one-bedroom right now is almost $5,000, which is insane. I'm talking about Manhattan specifically, but that's still insane. I can't even compute that. It's crazy. Deferring to living with roommates will save you quite literally thousands of dollars. I always say it is about living in New York City, going out of your apartment and living. You don't come to New York to sit in your apartment all day. You should not be here then. And why I say rent first and foremost is that is, of course, everybody's highest expense. Number three, hustle culture is rampant. And when I say hustle culture, I mean the excessive working, the excessive running around and, quote, making it in New York City. And when we think about New York City, we have always grown up knowing that New York City is a place where people go to hustle for their dreams, to work nonstop to make their dreams a reality. When I came to New York City 3 years ago, I wanted my social media to take off. I wanted to start my business. Ended up doing all those things here in New York City. And even though hustle culture does get a bad rep, I personally will play devil's advocate and say that I actually like hustle culture sometimes. I believe that it helps drive passion and grit, the pursuit of your dreams. But if you are not used to hustle culture, then New York City might not be the place for you. I hate to just tell you that straight up, but hey, I'm here to be blunt and I'm here to tell it to you straight. This is a city that you have to adapt to it or it will spit you out and you'll end up leaving because you feel like you cannot keep up. This can be said for working and grinding and getting your dreams, but this can also be said for the everyday things, such as walking. The average New Yorker walks very, very fast. And thankfully, I am also a very fast walker. So I fit in very, very quickly. And I think back to 3 years ago, I was a fast walker in California. My friends would tell me, you're a really fast walker. So I knew that I was cut out for New York City in that regard. But even then, when I moved to New York City, I was shocked with how much faster people walk here. So then I adapted to this lifestyle. The thing about New York City is you have to adapt to it. It won't adapt to you. Number four, career opportunities happen in the most unexpected places. I love this fact about New York City. You do not know who is around you. You do not know the access in which you can have just by going to a dinner, going to an event. I signed a client at a Yankees game 2 years ago, and I thought, oh, how cool, how exciting, how unexpected is this? You have to be putting yourself out there very regularly so that cool opportunities will come to you naturally. Putting yourself out there can look like going to seminars, going to guest speakers, going to book clubs, you name it. Anything you are genuinely interested in, go to those things on a weekly basis and come back to me and tell me that this worked, because I know it will. Number 5, the city celebrates big moments together. This was one of the coolest facts that I found out when I moved to New York City 3 years ago. One of the standout premier events that takes place every single year in New York City is the New York City Marathon, which I am actually running this November. And when I first came here in 2023 and I watched it for the very first time in the Upper East Side, I was in tears. Before I realized it, I was crying. I was crying over people who I do not know, because the entire city, quite literally the entire city, comes together for an event to celebrate each other, to celebrate life. And it is so beautiful. Also, if you did not know, the New York City Marathon is the biggest marathon in the world, and over 55,000 runners run it every single year. But outside of the New York City Marathon, there is the parade for St. Patrick's Day, the NBA playoffs, go Knicks, the ball drop every year for New Year's Eve, and so many more things where you see New York City quite literally come together and unite, and it is so fun and it makes you feel alive. Number 6, people escape New York City often. So I'm talking about the travelers, the people who are in and out of New York City. Even if you live in New York City, you will find yourself escaping often. I left New York City a few times in 2023, which was year 1 of me being here. But I also took note of how many people around me were in and out of the city. They live in New York City, they have an apartment in New York City, or they have a house in New York City. They're off for the summer traveling in Europe, or they're off traveling for months of the year, and they pop back in to New York City in pockets of the year. So I came to terms with New York City being a very transient city. People are in and out very fluidly. I actually talked to someone who was a native New Yorker, and she said that truly the only way to really handle New York City is to take breaks from it from time to time, because New York City is a very all-consuming place. It is fun, it is exciting, but it is very all-consuming. And every now and then we do have to check in and check out. Number 7, New York City is the convenience mecca of the world. When I say convenient, you can literally go outside and get access to anything that you need at any time of the day. It is a 24-hour city, the city that never sleeps, and quite literally, whatever you need, you can go find. This fact was made very apparent to me when I traveled last year. I took a few road trips last year to smaller cities in the country. I went to Vermont, I went to Maine, and I realized that New York City is a bubble. I have been living in a bubble for the past 3 years because most of the world does not live this way. New York City and the lifestyle and the access and the convenience is amazing. It is great, but go most anywhere else and you do not have the caliber of convenience that you have in New York City. My brain is a little warped from being in New York City because I've grown accustomed to the lifestyle of New York City, which most cities, most places in the world will not even come close to. So if I ever go anywhere else, I will always be yearning for the lifestyle of New York City. And that in itself is a blessing and a curse. Number 8, free events and concerts happen weekly. This is one of my favorite parts about New York City, is that you could literally walk into a bar on a random Tuesday and a celebrity is performing that was unannounced. It just was a random fun occurrence. There are so many random pop-up concerts in Times Square, in Brooklyn. I got to see Shabuzi for free at Terminal 5, and a premier yearly event in New York City is the Summer Stage in Central Park. And over 80 live free performances and concerts happen every single summer. And one thing about me, I love live entertainment. So this is definitely what I would spend my money on anyway. So if it's free, I'm there. Number 9, New York City has a very heavy drinking and party scene. So I'm a self-proclaimed grandma, and I've pretty much retired my party hat. Sometimes I like to dabble here and there. I will say that not being a party girl and not being somebody who likes to stay out late and drink a lot, I felt like I was missing out with some of the essence of New York City, simply because I knew that drinking and partying was a very huge part of the New York City culture. So hey, if you're into it, go off, have fun, be safe. But if you're not, like me, you might feel like you are missing out a little bit when it comes to a holistic view of New York City. And number 10, New York City is the city of dreams. It is a fact that New York City is the backdrop of most media, most movies, most music, and most inspiration for the entire world. And it has been that way for a very long time. This has been my dream city ever since 2013, and quite literally took me a whole decade to get here, but it was absolutely worth the wait. This past 3 years in New York City, I have learned so much. I came here as a baby, self-proclaimed baby. I was a baby in New York, and I found my stride. I found my way. I found my friends. I found my footing. I learned who I could be. I really tapped into my potential, all here in New York City. But I will say to anybody who's moving to New York City, it is a tough city to move to. It is not a walk in the park. I want you to put your realistic hat on. It is a place where you are gonna have to work hard for exactly what you want, but your persistence and you getting through maybe a few hard years before you find your stride, you will be so happy that you did. I wanna end off by saying it is an absolute privilege to get to experience New York City. It's one thing to visit New York City, but it's another thing to get to say that you lived in New York City. And I don't even care how long you end up living in New York City. If you get the opportunity to live in New York City, consider yourself lucky, because it is an absolute privilege to get to experience this life. This was one of my most important things that I had to do. I told myself if I did not move here in my 20s, it would have been my biggest regret. I moved here at 28. I'm 31 now, and I am so happy I did. It has really been the highlight of my life so far. I see myself growing and growing into the person who I've always wanted to be. And I know that New York City had a very big instrumental part in that. So to anybody who is wanting to move to New York City, just know that it is absolutely worth every single second. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you're new here. Also remember to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it, as I hope you did. I want to do more of these chats because they're fun to just talk. It's like I'm talking on my podcast, and I'll talk to you guys next week.